Okay, I'm reusing the same settings, so it better freaking work. Oh yeah, 3 people watching. This is great.
Yeah,
It better freaking work.
better freaking work.
Okay, they can hear you. Because they
Good.
hear your little mic popping, dude.
My little mic popping. Are you sure that's the mic and not just me messing with my drink here?
Okay, yeah, they're all good now. Tard's here. I got 1 like. We're back. I have Fish here. I had to jump through a bunch of stupid freaking hoops, but we're back. Give me a request or something, somebody. Um,
I have a few conversations to get around
we can
to.
do that. I'll draw a picture.
Yeah, while you're drawing the picture, I'll start off with the big one, which is guess who can start streaming again?
Oh yeah, late nights return.
Late night will return. Are you excited, Tard? It's been what 3 months? I'm thinking I'm this weekend I'm going to make a video, and I feel like for late night we need to do for the return of late night we need to be in the same room.
I mean, we can, man. We'll have the ability to.
Since I'm coming up on Thursday, I can.
Yeah, I know. It's coming Thursday. We totally could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Make some announcements and little teasers.
I mean,
We've
I'm excited. Also, because I just finished that Brady Day show ad finally after all this time that I made. That was like for Redbubble. Do you remember that?
I do.
I'm gonna
I thought you.
release it. I'm gonna
I thought
release
you
it finally. So I'm excited about that. But I'm an assistant director of a show, Fish. I've been really busy with that.
Yeah.
And the audiobook is kind of winding down finally after all this time. Um, and that's a lot of work to like get into home stretch of that. So that's kind of, and I have work and everything. So that's kind of where I've been as far as like busyness and insanity. I just keep trying to catch my breath. Um, and I have trouble doing that with my sketch, but it's doable. But yeah, I'm still thinking about what is the plan for finishing the season of the Brady Day show. Because it's looking like we could probably only get like maybe 2 more or 3 more released before we have to go back to school. And I kind of brought up in the first version of this stream about the possibility of maybe a late night podcast or a different podcast. We kind of talked about that at one point, and I think that would be a fun thing to
Yeah.
explore.
Yeah. We had a makeshift name, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
I think we should hide the name. You can divulge it if you'd like, but I think keeping people in suspense a little bit
Yeah.
is
I
fun.
like the suspense. I'm going to once we start streaming again, I'm going to start making videos again.
Yeah, I just keep getting. Do you ever get like video ideas and then just like get cold feet?
That's kind of where I've been. Like I keep having ideas, but then like it's just really hard to get it all done while I'm at the house here
Yeah,
because like my mom is always like, okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And the times when my mom's not here, my sister is always like running around, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Like it's hard to have catch a break around here, you know.
yeah. I'm thinking about recording a video of my song "Small" as my next video before a Brady Day show release.
Yeah.
And then maybe doing some music streams and art streams along the way. Um, yeah, I'll say this. I've been playing a lot of Crash Bandicoot, thinking about a lot of Crash Bandicoot. So I'm excited for Crash 4. It's coming out in October. Um, it's just funny that we haven't really got a traditional mainline Crash game since Wrath of Cortex, which wasn't that good of a game anyway. It was kind of panned critically. And that was at the time considered Crash 4. And in Japan, it's like called Crash 4. In the States, it's just called Wrath of Cortex. It was right when Naughty Dog kind of had given up on the character, and I think Universal, for some reason, had him go through a different studio. I'm not really sure what the legal reasons were. But Naughty Dog wasn't making any more games for Crash. They hadn't been for about a year at that point, maybe a little more. So a different company, I think it was Sierra maybe, I don't know, made Wrath of Cortex, and it's not very good. It's like Crash 3 but worse. But that's technically used to be Crash 4, but they retconned all the other Crash games kind of at this point, which is pretty cool. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that.
In the trailer, one of the time masks asked Crash and Coco how many times they beat this guy. And Coco says, like, confidently, 3. And he goes, huh, felt like more. But they explained that, because there have been arguments about, like, what Crash games are canon. I've been eaten alive by this, if you can't tell, so I'm very curious. And it turns out that they're all canon, because they confirmed a multiverse in Crash 4. So fans are trying to figure out which game goes in what universe. Because obviously the original 3 are all in one universe.
Yeah. Or is it a multiverse, or is it more like the Legend of Zelda timeline?
Kind of like Legend of Zelda. Like, they all start with the original 3 games. Unless you're talking about... Yeah, and then they start to branch off. It's confusing because some games contradict some of the rules. Like, the Mind Over Mutant games were kind of like a reboot, and they're the ones I grew up playing when I was a little older. And they kind of were like a soft reboot, but they are referenced to some things, and there's some characters we already know.
Yeah.
So it gets kind of confusing. Like we have like Crunch Bandicoot, who is in Crash Wrath of Cortex. But then we also have like Nina Cortex, who's a fan favorite who I want to see more out of. We'll probably see Nina in Crash 4. Cortex's niece, who is in Twinsanity, which is, I really want to play Twinsanity. I've heard it's like the best post Crash 3 Crash game.
Yeah.
And she's in Twinsanity. But they don't reference to any of the events in Twinsanity. I think except for her going to the same school. It gets messy, is my point.
Yeah.
It's a very messy timeline.
Like the Legend of Zelda timeline.
Yeah, but that's fun messy. Like, it's like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's fun. Food for thought. Crash, there's only 8 mainline games, technically. So, like, it wouldn't be that complicated to, like, cut up and figure out what goes where.
Yeah. I'm going to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. Drawing Crash Bandicoot. It's Crash. Just how you remember him. Bum 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 bum. Drawing Crash Bandicoot right here. Yay, ugly Crash. Yay. He's so beautiful. Whoa. That's where his little shorts will start. Zip. And I'll give him the little trainers. The little shoes. It's Crash, everybody. It's Crash just how you remember him being. My, one tweet got pretty, popular. Guys, can we get, like, 2 likes on this video? Let's go. Can we get a whopping 2 likes? It's Crash, just how you remember him. I'm trying to remember if there's any design details I'm not remembering. So he's had a yellow tum-tum. Yellow schnozzle. But his mouth is pink. His body is orange. Body's orange. And then he's got the blue board shorts. They're dark blue.
Okay.
He's got the blue board shorts. It goes like papa, papa.
I'm back.
And there's hello back. And then there's a cute little white twisty tie thing they added to the Insane Trilogy. He's got the little cute little details. I'm drawing Crash Bandicoot right now. He's pretty cool looking. He's just how you remember him.
Little bits of him on the stream.
From the classic game. From the classic game, Crash Bandicoot 8. Where could we go wrong? The name of the game. Crash Bandicoot 8, what have I done? God forgive me for what I've done, Crash Bandicoot 8. It's the most iconic of the Crash games. Okay, his mohawk's kind of... Oh, his mouth is a tan color. It's like a fleshy tan color. It's not disgusting pink. It's pink in the sense, like, compared to, like, the rest of his body. Maybe I should keep the disgusting pink mouth. I don't know. His hair is almost reddish. It's like a dark brown. Just put brown up there. It's gonna be easier. It's me, Crash Bandicoot. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. I bought that famous Neil Breen movie. Did you know? It's Crash. I think his sneakers are darker, actually. Like a burgundy, almost. Yes, Crash. It's a Crash Bandicoot, yes.
We're right back.
Which, this game is called Crash Rash. The most iconic Crash game. I'm gonna give it the cute little tight face. I'm glad that's how you remember him, Tard. That's how I remember him, exactly. He actually has green around his cute little eyes. A darkish green. Whoa, sweet crash. Just how you remember me. I just escaped the new ruins level. Have you ever seen that ad? It freaks me out. There's an ad from when Crash 2 was almost released. They have Crash talk and it's disgusting. He has an Australian accent. He's like, that was wild. Just got out of the new ruins level. Oh, it's so bad. But I kind of love it. It's Crash Rash. I should give him a rash. I mean, that's the name of the game. It's Crash Rash. I gotta be kind of the source material. It's called Crash Rash. You should have a rash.
The Crash Rash?
No, that's the name of the game. It's Crash Rash. I just created.
Dude. Where Crash needs to outrun his rash.
Crash can outrun a boulder. He can outrun a polar bear. He can outrun a group of tribal warriors, but he can't outrun his itchy pee hole. He can not outrun the existential dread that is gonorrhea.
Gunner.
Do 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 do. Crash Rash.
Do, do, do.
Okay, that should be held for review. I'm about to kill YouTube. Wait, so if I say the word tard, is that derogatory? Crash Rash Dash. I like that tard.
Was Tard? I don't think Tard was here when we announced.
He is. Little McChicken is tard.
Yeah.
He's here, dude.
Yeah, but he left for a little bit, so I don't think he was here when we
Hey,
announced
late night's
that.
coming back, tard.
Late night's coming back.
Just how you with all your favorite characters, tard.
Mm-hmm.
All your favorite cute little iconic characters.
Dude, it will be live and in the flesh.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just how you remembered it.
Just so you remember us. Big, juicy. Bet.
It's me, Crash.
Crash Bandicoot.
It's me, Crash. Just how you remember me. Don't you remember me, man?
Why are Crash's lips so big?
Because I learned recently that in his classic design, his mouth is shaped differently. Is colored like fleshier than his tum tum.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make his mouth really prominent. I might give him a cute little tongue.
It's beautiful.
It's me, Crash. Just how you remember me. You ever seen the Crash 2 ad where Crash talks and it's disgusting?
What other news has come out recently?
You've seen the Crash 2 ad where Crash talks?
No.
It's nasty. They have an Australian guy, well, a guy doing an Australian impression. He's like, "Whoa, I just got back from the new ruins level." It's like super cringy.
Whoa.
And what's funny is it's a water level in the game, but it wasn't finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Whoa, I just got back from the new ruins level." It's really good. I love Crash Bandicoot, dude. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
He makes me smile. Oh, man. The headphones I keep wearing are like really, they're like in-ear headphones. Like they're like really nice. So it makes my ears like itch after I get them out because my ear is like being stretched. Because I have really small ear canals, if you didn't know that. I got like itty bitty ear canals. Girls make fun of me all the time. They go, "Dude, your ear canal is so small." My boyfriend, on the other hand, He's got a freaking giant ear. He's got a gaping ear canal, dude. And honestly, I'm pretty self-conscious about it, you know? Because, like, look, I'm a gamer. I don't know if you knew that about me, but I'm a gamer.
But you're a gamer?
I'm a gamer. And it's not easy being a gamer in this day and age. It's hard being a gamer. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Being a gamer, when people won't let you game, is just, like, the worst thing.
Listen, when your mom says you can't game, that is the highest form of oppression right there.
Yeah, like, what people don't understand is, like you may work, like, late hours at the office, but, like, gamers do that, too. You know? But we're, like, just trying to get, like, prestige level or stuff.
Yeah, you might be working late hours and get home at 8, but gamers, we might not even sleep at night because we're gaming so hard.
We're working so hard. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is how gamer do.
Gamer do as gamer do, bro.
My mama always said gamer is as gamer does. That Aku Aku is not as bad as I thought it was gonna look. It's lazy, so I'll get out. So he's brown. Aku Aku's brown. I know that's a controversial thing to say. Is that because you're a pro gamer? And here's a little circle. I really want to make Aku Aku look really voodoo-esque. His mouth is red too. How'd I forget that? His nose is red. His little eye thingies are red, I think.
I like the fact that Crash has his tongue sticking out.
He would, though. His brain's been rearranged, dude. He's an idiot. He's got permanent brain damage forever. It's life of a game retard. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Gaming is hard.
Game on. Uka Uka is free. No. It cannot be.
No.
It's a Aku Aku thing he says in Crash 2. Uka Uka is free. No. It cannot be. Oh man, I don't remember what order his little feathers go on top. Crash Rash. The most iconic Crash game, Crash Rash. Everybody remembers.
His hands down right there. He's trying to scratch his rash.
Yeah, I want to put a rash on his back. Like a red, icky rash. It's time for everyone to do the Crash
I was
Rash.
just thinking that Crash was just getting a little bit too sweaty and so he was starting to chafe.
Oh, he probably would, because in the original game he wears like denim shorts, but then in the reboot he's wearing like little trainer shorts and stuff. Oh my god, there's all these details I forgot about Aku Aku. I'm glad I looked him up. I usually don't look up characters, but like I missed a lot of detail on him. Okay, I can get the feather colors right. So it's purple. It's purple. Is it the same every time? Okay, I'm just going to use the old in-game spray. It's not purple. It's blue, actually. Blue. Yellow. Red. Pink.
Blue, yellow, red, pink.
I think it'll look right when I get it on there. Red. A red light pink. Yeah, that looks right to me. think they changed their red to orange in the Insane trilogy. Maybe I should make it orange then. Uka is free. No, it cannot be. And then he's got, I got the teeth right. His nose is yeller in the Insane trilogy. It's a big old yeller nose. And he doesn't have red eyes. I don't know what I was thinking there. He's got big old yellow eyes with green around them. So I'll do this. Coco is free. No, it cannot be. I don't know why I keep repeating that impulsively. I guess it's the only Aku Aku line that really gets quoted from this old games. He goes, "Let me tell you a story, Crash." And Coco. So, Fish, hypothetical. It's like, real late at night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your hand's on your willy. It's the late hours, you know, it's the hentai hour. Right?
Yeah, like right now.
Like right now, it's the hentai hour. And you get a DM, and it's Coco Bandicoot. It's Crash's little sister. Okay.
Listen, is she of age?
She is. She just,
Okay.
it was her 19th birthday. It's her 19th birthday.
Ooh.
And she says, hello.
You gotta play it safe, you know.
She says, hello. What do you do, dude?
Hello. She says, hello.
What are you gonna do, man?
I respond back, hello.
Okay, she takes a picture where she takes the other strap off of her pair of overalls. What do you do? Just her in a t-shirt under it, but she's like taking both overall straps off.
I take a picture back where I'm taking both overall straps off.
Whoa, dude.
But for me, I don't have anything underneath.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
I'm gonna call Shigeru Miyamoto. You know, I just realized.
What?
So the Mario Brothers wear overalls, denim overalls. Coco Bandicoot wears denim overalls. They stole, dude. Crash stole from Mario.
Yeah. The Mario Brothers stole from Coco Bandicoot.
No, I'm saying the other way. Is Crash stole from hentai hours are the best.
Yes, they are.
Fish, would you watch a 2.5 hour extremely plot driven hentai that has Coco Bandicoot in it?
Who's to say I'm not watching it right now?
Who say I've not looked up Rule 34 of Coco Bandicoot right now? I don't get why people are into Coco like that. I think she's cute. I don't think she's hot. I think she's just cutesy.
Just because she has like the, Southern girl charm.
But she's supposed to be smart, dude. You'd know that if you play the games, you idiot.
Yeah,
She's supposed to be like really like stupid smart.
but she's also wearing overalls.
Right, that shows that she's practical.
But she's, yeah.
It's supposed to make her look young.
Look, I'll look up pictures of Coco Bandicoot, and I'll tell you what I think.
Because make sure it's the Insane trilogy look, because that's the one I'm talking about, her being cutesy. I mean, she's always been kind of cute. If not, the Crash 2 one will probably come up, the Crash 2 and 3 sprite, because she wasn't in Crash 1.
Dude,
Dude, she's like 13. What are you kidding?
bro.
Is she cute?
Dude.
Would you DM her?
Probably, yeah, I'd DM her.
She's really sweet, too. She's very sensitive. Unlike Crash, he's a freaking idiot. Everyone laugh at him, haha.
Poopy. Stinky. But I mean, she's smart. She's cute, but she's still kind of girly and like. I mean, she's already starting to take her clothes off, and you know how guys like that.
Yeah. I've never. Holy crap. There is Rule 34 of Coco. Oh my god, I didn't even try. I just looked up Coco fan art. Her t-shirt is not that small. She's cutesy. That's a cute one. She's not a babe. She's just cute, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She's the type of girl I kind of like that. That's a good balance. They found a balance between sexy and cute in that
I
one.
could, but the thing is, I could definitely see Coco as she gets older, kind of looking like that, you know.
Bustier, you mean? That's what they do a lot. They make it
Yeah,
like she's like popping out of her overalls. No, I literally think she doesn't have a strap. It doesn't have a strap. It's not like she's trying to be like sexy. She just doesn't have a strap. It broke.
Well, yeah, because she's popping out of her overalls.
No, it broke because I don't know why it broke. Ask Coco, dude. Have you seen her new design?
No.
She has a new design. I actually like it. It's also cutesy in that same way. That's a really good the Rule 34 gif of her. It's 3D and it rotates. She has a Wumpa fruit all over her body and she's in her underwear and a t-shirt and it's like really well done. I hate how well done it is. It makes me mad.
Don't look up Rule 34.
Don't. Oh, hold on. We'll look up Coco Bandicoot Crash for
her. I looked it up for a second, and I was like, right off the bat, it was not good.
It's taking me back to my young kid days of when I used to look up anthropomorphic animal girls all hot. And it's making me happy to see Coco getting some love, but it also is kind of gross because like I grew up playing Crash. But it's kind of nice to know that like oh, it's good to know like people think Coco's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's Crash 4 Coco.
There's definitely a lot of pictures here of incest, though.
Yeah, I don't get that because they're not step, dude. Like they're full blooded.
Like, hey,
Big brother.
Bro. Yeah, I actually like that.
Her designs are really cool in Crash 4. Crash, I even don't mind Crash's new design much at all. It's really cool.
So Tard, my day was fine. I worked most of the day, so you know.
I had a read through for my thing, and that's pretty much all I did. I hung out with my girlfriend for a little bit, but I've been kicking it. How much of a day?
Mm-hmm.
I think I just drew a Pikmin on accident. You're my Pikmin.
Have you seen anything about the new Paper Mario?
Very little. But I'm not as much of a loser. No, I'm not as excited. I haven't really played a Paper Mario title.
Yeah.
But Emma's really excited for it, so I'll probably know when I hear something.
Yeah. I've heard really good things about it. So.
I'm excited for the new Paper Mario, honestly. Just because I think the art style is really cool, and I love the gimmick of like creepy 3D origami and stuff. I don't know, it's something funny about it. But that concept.
Like, I just love the fact that like it's moving more towards like the like weirdness Paper Mario was to begin with.
Yeah, Paper Mario was like really strange.
Like they've gone away from like, oh, let's do an RPG with Mario to no, this is literally Paper Mario. And like one of the villains you have to fight is a stapler. And like
I love it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because Emma is a big fan of 1,000 Year Door. She like loves
oh yeah,
that
1,000 Year Door was amazing.
Everyone loves that game, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't honestly, and I don't know if this is because like I have permanent brain damage, or just personality. I'm not a big fan of JRPG styled stuff, even if it's like great, like Mario RPG or Mario and Luigi.
I think another thing is a lot with a lot of RPGs. You need to take it. You take it slowly. Even like with the Mario titles, like you still kind of are supposed to take it slowly. And so, like, I just don't think you have the patience when playing a game for something like that.
Or rather, I don't think I had the patience, or I don't feel like I would feel like I was progressing or being
Yeah,
rewarded enough. I think that's the
because like,
thing. Because, like,
yeah,
I feel like if I played Animal Crossing, I would, like, be, like, a little shocked by the pace at first, and then I'd be like, yeah, I'm, like, growing and stuff, and I feel like I'm being rewarded, you know?
yeah,
I think I'd be comfortable with something like that, but I don't think I'd be as comfortable with something like Paper Mario for that same reason.
mm-hmm.
I think it's something I'd like to play with people, like sit down and just like have a conversation with
Yeah.
someone playing Paper Mario.
That could definitely be. I definitely see that as like a streaming game.
Yeah, I don't like him in red. I'm trying to draw a
I'm
cute little
think
dinosaur.
I'm thinking about for streaming, getting a capture card and starting to stream a bunch of GameCube games
Do it, dude. It's fun.
because get like game. I've said for years GameCube is my favorite console. Like there's so many games I haven't played in so
Show people what
long.
you like about it. We could do full playthroughs of shorter stuff.
Mhm.
Like, I'd love to see you play Mario Sunshine. It'd be a fun one.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, I don't think I ever completed Mario Sunshine because the times that I did play it, I was either so little that I didn't have the skill to actually beat it or anything like that. Or I was old enough to where I had other games to play and stuff
Let's
like
do it
that.
together. I love Mario.
Yeah. I'll look up how much it is to get a GameCube capture card. Or
If there's possible, you get like a versatile one that does like all the business. It'd be cool. Little creature.
I could either get uh R, a RGB capture card, or I can get HD capture card with an HD adapter for GameCube.
I would research it first because I'd like for you to get a capture card that's a general one. Like it just goes to an HDMI, you know? That's what a lot of them do nowadays. I'd like for you to get a general one, and then we could stream with it in the apartment. With like anything. I'd love to do crash streams because that's another game that's like fun to watch people fail at. Like I had Emma's little brother Aiden over and had him play Crash 1, and it's like really difficult. It was funny watching him struggle. And then before a couple days before that, I had Emma play Crash 1, and she was struggling. It's just funny to me because like I grew up with that, so it's not hard to me. Like my brain functions like that, so it's just funny to see people struggle with it because I think it's something you have to like get in your body, like how short the jumps are, or how tricky like depth perception is, especially in the Insane trilogy. Like Crash used to be really floaty in a good way, and they kind of took that away in the remaster. They made him snappier, his jump snappier, which is a good thing. But the bad part is that like you can't calculate jumps as well, like if you played older ones. Oh, night Tard. That sucks. He's leaving.
Oh no!
It's alright, buddy. Good
Big
night,
kisses,
my someone. Good night, my love.
Big kisses.
Big wet kisses, dude.
Okay, so
Big smoochies.
The problem is with capture cards, like their range and price is so wide. I'm not sure if it, like, if I get this one that's like $40, am I going to be cheated on it? You know?
I told you to do some research, man. I would watch some YouTube videos and read some articles and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'll do that after the stream.
You gotta learn all the works.
You can either get like the first one that pops up is $125, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Or you can get an Elgato for $179, and that's even crazier.
This is me getting coronavirus tested.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have plenty of money from working, so I could definitely.
No, he's so sad.
Mm.
This is a man getting coronavirus tested. They're putting it up his butt.
Dude, that's so funny.
It's classic comedy. I love how simple this is. It makes it funnier to me that, like, there's no context. It's just like what looks like a stick. I got COVID tested. Did I tell you that?
I didn't. You did not.
Yeah, I have to get it done for the play I'm working on. They have to make sure everyone has a negative test. So I'll tell the quick story. It's not that exciting, and that's what I hate. Is I wanted a wacky story after I got COVID tested. I didn't get any wacky story. So I went to a test site that used to be like in an old like chain. It's like in the downtown like historic part of town, and it. I'm trying to think if we drove by. I think you might have seen it, Fish, when we were going across town. It was, it said Elder Beerman on the side, or it used to. It was an old Elder Beerman. I don't know if you've ever heard of Elder Beerman, but it was an old Elder Beerman store. And then they gutted it. They made it a COVID testing place now. So it said COVID testing on it with like a big tarp. So you might have seen that when you were going across town, like on South A. But I went in. You had to. It's appointment only, but it's free because I think they're using data. Like, does it make any sense? Like, you're testing, and all they're getting out of it is just information. And all you're getting out of it is just information. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, I made my appointment, and I was, like, really worked up and nervous. I took a nap before and drank, like, coffee, and not coffee, tea. I was trying to, like, relax myself. And then I walked in, and I was like, sup? And they're like, you have your patient ID number. And I was like, no, I do not. And that was something that was on the site, like when you registered on the site. And I was like, oh, stinky poop, poopy stink. Okay. And she's like, if you call this number, they'll be able to get it to you really quick. I was like, okay. So she said it'll take like at most 5 minutes. So I called the lady on the phone. She's really great. Helps me get my patient ID number in like 3 minutes time, which is really good because I didn't want to like waste their time there. The lady I was working with at the desk, also super nice. And note also, that place is like super vacant. Like no one goes around there. And if you're getting tested, it's like a second anyway, and then you leave. So these ladies are bored. It's like 3 like nurse practitioners just sitting around behind desks, like bored out of their mind in an old like kind of like a JCPenney. So I get it. I repeat my number to the lady. That's all good. And then we get to the fun part. She's like, "You're all good. She'll be ready for you when the time comes." So I walk over. I pull my mask down. The lady gets the cute little stick, right? And she's like, "Hey, this will. Have you ever been tested for this before?" I said, "No." And she's like, "Okay. Well, it'll tickle and kind of burn. And it will go pretty far up your schnoz. But, and your eyes will tear up a little bit, but it shouldn't be anything worse than that." I was like, got it. And it was exactly as she described it, except I kept having the urge to sneeze. Because it's like right on your sinus, like where your sinuses start.
They literally are collecting stuff from your, like, sinus cavity.
It's like right before, actually. It's not as deep as you think. Everyone acts like it's like in your skull. It's not. It's like just on the edge of what is your sinus. So you're right about that, but it's not like in your disgusting sinus cavity. It's like just on. You get what I'm saying? Just the tip.
Yeah.
Because it would be more irritating if it went further up. That's how you like start making people bleed. So she put it in both nostrils, which I thought was overkill a little bit because it was like doused in snot after like one. I was shocked. And then that's it, man. She said, "Clean yourself up, you slut," and threw a tissue at me and then sent me home. So that's my story. If I was COVID tested.
Wow.
It's very lame, I know, but the schnoz part was kind of cool to like witness. Yeah, here's my boring story. I got my hair cut today too, which doesn't really matter, but I got it done. So, yeah.
Nice. I got my hair cut,
Good, man.
but that was Monday, I think.
Yeah, my hair was getting like crazy.
My mom was just like, "Hey, come here. I'm going to give you a haircut." And I was like, "Okie day."
Okie day. Dude, that's a Jar Jar line. Hello.
Can you see through this?
Hi.
Can you see through this? Obviously, you can see through up here. Can you see through down here?
No, I can't see through it.
Is it because I have pants on, or you just can't see through
I can't see through it.
Because doesn't this look thin?
It's very thin, but I can't see through it.
So if I were white, you think it would be fine?
I think you'd be fine, yeah. I can
Oh.
see a little bit at the top, but I don't think
well,
it's.
that's like the thickest part of these pants.
I think you'll be fine if you wear white.
If I were white and then like tan.
Yeah.
I was probably gonna wear a jean jacket anyway.
Yeah, the top I'm not worried about.
Yeah, it's 2 layers.
It's the bottom part of it.
No,
I think you'll be fine.
I can't find my slip. Otherwise, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Can't find it.
Find your slip.
I don't know where's that.
I think you look fine. Just white.
Is it too long or is it good?
For my
it's-
taste, too long, but I don't think it's that bad.
Well, it's a maxi dress.
Right. I think it's good.
Meanwhile, my boobs would actually be here, so it's gonna push it up a little bit.
Then, yeah, I don't think it's too long. And it's not too see-through.
Okay, what are you talking
The internet is streaming right now.
about?
Yeah.
Die on me.
They can't see you. They probably heard the conversation. It's good though, dude. I like the ties on the back. Yeah, is it new?
Yeah, I like these.
We're talking about a dress. This is important stuff.
It's braided.
Very important.
Oh, okay.
It's cute. It's from Torrid. I thought if I didn't like the other one I got, the white one that's like short
Mm-hmm.
for my shower, I could wear this one. So I think this is cute. And it's more garden party-y. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
No problem, bro. All right. I lost 2 viewers during that conversation. That was great.
Wow. See, you're just too boring, obvious.
I know. I've been playing too much Crash, dude. I even made this into a Crash. This random grouping of shapes turned into a Crash.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right?
I mean, kind
That's
of.
what they do in the game. Just a bunch of random shapes, and it's like
I'm a developer now, dude.
eventually it will become a Bandicoot.
Wow. Yeah.
Ow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. Oh.
Bum 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 bum. I love Crash, man. He's a cutie. I just want to kiss him and hold him, whisper things to him. Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want him in your life?
All the time.
Don't you just want him in your life? How much do you even know about Crash Bandicoot? Am I just like
Honestly,
nothing?
what you told me.
So is all this just falling on deaf ears? Is just nonsense?
Sometimes. The thing is, I was a PlayStation kid growing up. I was a GameCube
Wow!
and Nintendo. So the only Crash game I've played I think I played a little bit with you. Then
Let's
other
do it,
than that,
man.
just the Crash Bandicoot Racing.
CTR?
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to.
I loved it. It was amazing.
CTR is actually really good. I'm on the edge of buying it, so I probably will just buy it soon. Yeah, you kind of just confirmed in my brain that I'm gonna have to buy CTR because I don't really like racing games, but I really like Crash games, and it's the same developers who did the Insane remaster and stuff. and I've heard really great things about it. And I've heard CTR is super fun.
And plus, it'll be a fun game for us in the apartment too.
Yeah, I just need other controllers. But if you bring PS4 controllers, we'll do Crash Team Racing all day, dude. It's me, Crash Bandicoot, just as you remember.
But you can get Crash Team Racing for the Switch too.
Dude, you can get CTR on the Switch. I want it on PS4 though.
Yeah, but if you get on the Switch, then we could easily have the whole gang playing.
Fine. If you freaking insist.
I am so smart.
You are though. Like, I'm an idiot. Like, dude, like, I'm an idiot.
Like, dude, like, totally.
That's not like new information, but yeah, I'm an idiot. Like, I'm certifiably have brain damage. Like, just straight up moron.
Yeah, totally.
That first foot was like perfect. This actually kind of looks like classic Crash a little bit. Which, I mean, that's the intention. That's me, Crash Bandicoot, just how you remember. It's his iconic line. I'm gonna quiz you on Crash Bandicoot stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Does Crash talk?
No,
Yes.
except for whenever he does stupid things.
That is correct. He'll say whoa. He says yeehaw. He says
Yeehaw.
uh-oh. In the new game, he says uh-oh. But he
Mhm.
doesn't say anything really. It's just nonsense. He needs a new eye. I don't like Crash's eye. He needs a bigger eye. Like he's seen something real interesting. It's Crash, just so you remember. I really like that. Yeah, but he doesn't talk. Coco does though, pretty fluently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a smart.
She is a
Crash.
smart, but Crash also got his brain blended in the first game. He Dr. Neocortex, right, the villain of the 1st game, and all the other ones, turned a
I
bunch
don't think
of.
he's the villain in Crash Team Racing.
No, that's nitrous oxide. Dang it.
Mhm.
Anyway, Dr. Neocortex, right? Dr. Negro Cortex. He put Crash's brain through a brain blender, sort of like the Cortex Vortex, and it made him done stupid. He was supposed to be the commander of his animal army of experiments, right?
Yeah.
But he just got stupid and didn't work. But they take Crash's girlfriend in the first game, and they're gonna friggin' turn her into an idiot like Crash. But Crash is not completely idiot, so he wants to save her.
Yeah, he's not complete idiot.
So he wants to go back and save her, because he's not a complete and utter mongoloid. He goes, "I must save her." That's his iconic line he says in the first game. "I must save my girlfriend Tana." Her name's Tana in the first game. And then she never came back ever because she was too sexy. Us gamer boys couldn't handle her sexiness.
All those polygons. is
Yeah,
just
dude.
too much.
I never get why they made her so sexy. She's like, that's what I don't get. Like, if you want to like draw fan art, draw it of Tana, because like she's literally like Jessica Rabbit, is like her proportions, you know.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know why you wouldn't just use that then for all your like Rule 34 stuff. I guess it's not taboo. This is the only thing that people are really into, like gross incest stuff right now anyway. So that's probably part of it. So Tana, is not a little girl, so I'm not into it. That's like where they stand. Tona's actually a consenting adult woman. That's a turnoff. That's a huge turnoff for me, honestly.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of a fun Crash design. At first I was like kind of goofing, but now I like kind of think it's really fun. It's not like good by any standards, but it's like kind of fun. It's kind of based on the Skylanders version of Crash, because he looks disgusting. It's me, Crash Bandicoot.
I've been watching the Rocky movies with my little sister.
Has she cried yet?
No.
Okay, I don't like her
I mean,
anymore.
we made it past the. We've watched the first 3 now, and she keeps thinking that Apollo Creed is named Balboa.
I'm about to kill this girl.
And so
Who's
like,
Cam slamming? He's dabbing, dude.
dude,
Hit it.
Cam slamming, dude.
Hit it, dude. Keep it. Yes, dude. He's slamming that dab, dude.
He keeps dabbing on us, dude.
Yeah, I'm drawing
Wasn't
Crash
even
Banner
looking
Boy.
at him.
I
Out
like
of
this
nowhere,
Crash
Cam-
photo a lot, actually. It's really fun. It's me, Crash. That's what he says. Anyway, continue with your Rocky stuff. Sorry, I got distracted by
Oh,
some
yeah,
sick
so-
dabs.
So anyway, so I was watching it through, and like, I love the first and second one, so like I've seen those a few times, so I really like those. But I guess it's just been a while since I've seen the third one, but I keep forgetting how ridiculous it is.
It has some things I really like, and there's
Yeah.
some things I really don't like. Some things I really like, Mick. All the stuff with Mick
Yes.
is really great. Okay, I'll say
Mhm.
this: I don't like that the movie has a lot of padding for the runtime. Like the Hulk Hogan fight is really fun, but it like totally could have been cut.
I don't think it's actually Hulk Hogan. But
It
I think
is. It is Hulk Hogan.
Wow, he's. I guess I just don't remember him looking like that when he was younger.
That's just how he looked in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so.
But that's definitely Hulk. He plays
Continue.
Thunderlips, if people don't know that. I don't know if people have seen
Yeah.
the Rocky movies. He plays Thunderlips, the Ultimate Male.
Mm-hmm.
And he's hilarious. I really like Thunderlips.
I
Blast
thought
off,
that was
meatball!
hilarious.
Again, though, that scene could be cut, and it doesn't change anything about the
Mhm.
movie.
It was hilarious, but it was also ridiculous. Part of the reason I think it is in a separate trilogy from the first 2 movies.
Yeah. It kind of
The
lit.
first 2 movies and Rocky Balboa, the 6th one, are one trilogy, and then the 3, 4, and 5 are another trilogy.
I don't think the trilogies really collide until the Creed movies.
Mm-hmm.
In my head canon.
Yeah.
I think Rocky 3 is slightly worse than 4, is my stance on it. I think it's a better movie, but I think it wastes more time than 4 does, and 4 knows what it is, and 4 just gets down to business.
There was one scene in the movie that I thought was ridiculous. Like, whenever I think everything with Apollo Creed in the movie, like, it makes sense, so it's not bad. It just is kind of super overplayed or something.
It seems dated a little bit to me.
But I thought it was hilarious that, like, it was after Mick's funeral. Rocky went to the gym and he punched the punching bag, and out comes Apollo Creed stepping out of the shadows, and it's like, don't punch it like that. You gotta punch it straight. Just like
It's a really weird movie.
the cheesiest scene in the, like, in the whole movie, like I feel like that is where the cheese goes next level.
I mean, Rocky 1 isn't cheesy. I think Rocky 2 gets a little cheesy, like with the training sequence.
Yeah.
Like the run is really cheesy, but everything else is pretty Rocky 1-esque. Like it's gritty and human, you know? I think the problem with Rocky 3 and what loses me is the time jump, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like if they didn't do a time jump and they did more of a slow crawl about telling us about Rocky's fame, like they did in Rocky 2, you know,
Mhm.
I would like the movie more. I think that's where we're
Yeah.
coming from, is we like a more intellectual, slow start to a Rocky movie to set up the conflict. But that
Another
movie
thing
has too much to do,
Yeah.
which is its
Kind of-
detriment.
Along the same lines there, like the first lines we hear from Rocky, my sister pointed out, she was like, he doesn't sound like Rocky. He sounds, because like so much character building had happened off screen that like we haven't grown accustomed to the fact that Rocky is mature now, and like he doesn't have the slur in his voice. Like,
But that's there for a reason, though, for a narrative reason. Because like
Yeah.
I've explained this 1,000 times, he's gone soft. He's Apollo Creed now, and Clubber Lang is Rocky. You know what I mean?
and I agree with you. Problem was like we didn't see that happen. It was just something that just happened, you know.
But for the record, I'm glad they went into Weirdoville though with Rocky 3.
Oh yeah,
Like it's a more memorable movie because of the
I-
weird stuff than if they had just
I
done
think-
Rocky 2 again.
I think the uniting factor for one of the biggest traits between the two trilogies in my book is the trilogy in which the Rocky's theme is in his head, the trilogy in which the Rocky theme is an actual song that they.
Oh my god, you're a genius. This is a perspective I haven't thought about.
Because in 1, 2, and 6, it's now it's been a while since I've seen 6, but I think
I've seen
And
it a lot
another-
recently. It's not. It's in his head.
Okay. And the only one is I don't remember a scene in. Might be mistaken, but I don't remember a scene in. They play the.
They don't. It doesn't even get referenced to. It's only in the fanfare in the intro
Mhm.
in that movie, which I don't like. I think there's one reference to Gonna Fly Now musically when he's climbing the mountain.
Mhm.
It goes when it switches from the pop song from Hearts on Fire to the score. It goes. There's a moment. I probably showed it to you because it makes me happy that they included it, but it's not obvious enough.
Mhm.
He's running up the mountain. He's using his hands at that point, and it goes ba da da da. There's no vocal. And it goes ba da da da. It goes bump 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 bump, and it's around the end of the song then. And that's when he scales the mountain and he does his cute little rocky hands on the mountain, which is a cool thing. I think that I hated that at first, but I really like it now. Because that's totally what he would do.
Yeah, so that's interesting because like about showing my now. Not as like Robbie as much. Didn't think she would, but I liked it more than she thought she would. Actually, thought Robbie was a person.
You're cutting out
Why
a
would
lot,
I-
Fish.
I am.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to slow down. Well, my sister, thought that Rocky Balboa was an actual person. She was like, "Why would I want to watch a movie about an actual person?"
Oh, young Padawan, I wish.
And I was like, "Well, Haley, Rocky is not an actual." What? And then she was watching it after I told her.
He's a fictional man.
holding her back for the longest time was she thought that Rocky Balboa is an actual boxer.
I mean, in her defense, like, Rocky Marciano existed.
Also, her. How would she know that he's not?
Right,
Never
like,
seen the movies, and she's only heard him in Balboa, the boxer.
right. Like, there's no real way for her to know.
Yeah, against her. I just think it's thought that.
There's really no way for her to know, though. Truly. Like,
Yeah.
because she's so young, and she wouldn't have, like, Google searched it.
Yeah. And then, on my rewind of of the Rocky movies, I'm little things like before I hadn't paid much attention to Adrian. I just saw her as another character, and so like paying attention to her and like especially in the first movie, like the little quirks and stuff like that. And,
She's adorable. I have a crush on Talia Shire, dude.
She's like it's really really interesting the way she portrayed her, considering like not at all a very, which I know is the story, but she plays shy to the point where it's like some sort of disability. So I'm trying to think of the right words. Where it's not something where it's like, oh, she's a hot girl, like, get the girl rock. It's actually them falling in love.
Yeah, and there's no, like, weird, like, cringy third act misunderstanding they have to, like, force into the story. It's just, like, once he gets the girl, that's not his goal. That's just, like, part of the journey. That's a good thing for him.
Yeah.
And they're good things in each other's lives, and that's wonderful.
And my least favorite part about 2 is the weird like mini plot where like it's kind of like hinted at that maybe Adrian's thinking about leaving, maybe she did leave, or maybe she
No.
just...
I think you're reading into it too much. They were just kind of separated for a little while when he started training. It was more like a fight. I get why you would think that, though.
Yeah, but like it wasn't very clear to me what was going on, because she went to go talk to because Paulie confronted her and that kind of stuff, and he was like, how could you, like,
He says, look what you did to that guy back there. You messed him up. He's going to get hurt because of you. In the fight, he's going to get hurt because of you. You messed up that guy back there. And she goes, I don't know what you're talking about, Paulie. And she's like, you know what I'm talking about. And they argue, and then there's the whole moment with the trash can. And she's lifting the bird feed, which is heartbreaking to watch. And then she goes into labor. And he goes, what's wrong with you? And then there's another heartbreaking moment where Rocky's in the gym and Mick has just ripped him a new anus. And then one of his, I think his name's, it's not Mike, it's the other kid who helps him train.
Yeah.
He walks over he walks over and he says, Rock, your wife's sick. He goes, what? And the whole trajectory of the movie changes there for a little bit. I love it.
Oh yeah, I loved that. And the only thing I didn't like about that part of the movie was whenever Adrian woke up and like it was almost surreal the way everybody was acting, and like the fact that Adrian was like, do one thing for you, Rocky, win. Like
I love that moment. Don't take that away from me.
But I just think
it's implied. It's implied that somehow she saw all the love that he had for her still, even though she was like a vegetable, and that somehow she knew he was there all that time.
I just The only thing that would have made it cheesier in my book, and I'm surprised they didn't put it in, was if after she said when, everybody jumped up in the air and it freeze framed while they were midair.
Don't bash that moment. You know that's so like that makes you so excited.
Oh, it gets me excited.
I get so amped when
It feels-
she. For the record, they build up to it. She doesn't just
Yeah.
wake up and go win. There's an awesome moment where she wakes up. That is really cheesy, but I love it. She wakes up and he goes, "I knew you'd come back." Is the first thing Rocky says to her, and then he thanks God, and then it cuts to them seeing the baby, and he goes, "Yo, Adrian, I can't believe you've done this." And they're talking about Robert and stuff, and Polly is
And
trying to drink, and he goes, "Polly's a
And
good
they're-
name. Polly is a good name." And at the end of the scene, they take the baby away. Well, no, he has a baby, and Rocky is so entranced in his son, he's not really paying attention, and she says, "There's one thing I want you to do for me." And he goes, "What?" "No, come here, come close. There's one thing I want you to do for me." He goes, "What?" "Win." And he's in disbelief. And she smiles with this devious, devilish smile. Like she realizes how much he cares and that he's going to come home at the end of the day.
I also it's not just out of nowhere that she predicted.
It's not earned. I will agree it's not earned. It's not earned.
Polly brings it up first. I think it was Polly anyway. I forget if it's Polly or Mick, but they bring it up and it's like, "Oh, we gotta go get ready for the fight now, Rocky," and then he's like, "I'm not gonna," like acting like it's all Adrian right now. I'm only gonna focus on Adrian and Robert, and so he's focused on that. And
No,
Adrian's like,
it's literally just the win thing. There is no conversation, Fish.
"Are you sure?"
I'm certain. Because the only conversation that's had is before that. In the steeple with Mick, he goes, "Now, if you want to blow this thing, well, I'm going to blow it too." He basically has a little pep talk with Rocky, who's like at his lowest at that point. And he gives him a pep talk. And then Rocky doesn't really say anything. He listens. And Mick is there almost the entire time, which is really great too. And then at the end of all that, the next thing Mickey says is, "What are we waiting for?" He says, "Take us. What are we waiting for?" Is the first line he has after all of his monologue and stuff and the montage, and she wakes up. So there's no conversation about Rocky saying, "I can't do it. I got a kid."
So Rocky doesn't say anything, but you could tell by the act.
Oh, no. I know what you're thinking about. When he's talking to Adrian, he goes, "I've been thinking I don't have to fight anymore. I don't need this fight. I got the kid here and everything." So, yeah, okay, you're right about that. He says that to Adrian, and then Adrian is the one who makes the decision for him.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make sense. I mean, it's so cool that I love it with all my heart. But it really doesn't. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's great.
And the only reason I have a problem with it is the fact that it was so powerful. Or that Rocky talking to Nicole, him reading a poem, and super sweet and raw.
Fish?
But like there were enough questions I had.
Yeah, I think Rocky 2 is pretty flawed. Like, I don't think it's as flawless as Rocky 1, but I think it's better than Rocky 1 because of the cheesiness and the ridiculousness. I think the corny almost elevates it in a weird sense because it still hits the same emotional lows as Rocky 1, but it gets higher highs, which is what I'm more into, is that it can do both.
Yeah.
Which I think Rocky 1, its whole act 1 is just an emotional low until Adrian. And then it kind of changes for the better. But yeah, I probably need to quit the stream soon. I appreciate everyone for checking in. I'm sorry I had some tech issues at first, guys. But you know, we got to get settled in to figure what the HELL is going on. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your, I guess, day now. It's midnight, but night technically. And I hope you all get some rest and have a great Sunday.
Yeah.
We outie 530.
Kisses.